Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I'm gonna just run through this like Telemundo because I've let these shit stack up. And tell you the truth, I can't remember which ones I did and which ones I didn't, so we just gonna get this shit out the way. Right here it says a youth basketball coach was arrested for offering teen girls a pair of basketball shoes and clothes in exchange for explicit videos. After she received the goods and shoes, she contacted the police and reported them, as she should. He got played. I don't even know how you that old get like finesse like that. But then we got right here Smokey Robinson, right? He's already facing allegations by thief ass housekeepers, and now a man. And as much as I want to say what I really want to say because of the green eyes and the light skin and the feminine features and being a former crackhead, I'm not going to. I'm just going to let the court system dole it out. Then we got right here, it says Kevin Spacey is going broke. He's not near bankruptcy. He's still got money in the bank. In the words of DMX, as long as I got my bread, I'm all right. But he did have to auction off his mansion in Baltimore, and he is living hotel to hotel. I'm assuming when you living in a hotel, you ain't that fucked up, right? So, you know what I'm saying? My heart bleeds for him, but they say he amassed over $100 million over the last 30 years. I'm assuming that's after taxes. One has to ask how you fuck up the bag. And this is old news. About a weekend, it says Meg Thee Stallion actually declined to be in the Call of Duty video game. I think it's Call of Duty 7, because her character would be shootable, as it should. I mean, what the fuck we talking about here? But you had to know it was going to be some Tory Lanez fans that stream that was going to run that into the ground. So I don't know if that was a good choice on her part. I mean, you don't watch the game, don't play it, but I would still took the bag because her damn album didn't sell. But that's just me. Then we got right here, says churches are replacing pastors with AI chat box to let you confess to Jesus and even talk to Satan. Why the fuck you need a chat box when you could do that shit in person, right? I don't believe in religions. I think it's fairy tales and fables. However, what they gonna make Jesus like tell you, right? Is he good? They'd be better off they make an AI simulation, a hologram of Jesus and Satan, and then you saying something. But just a chat box, that's an Indian nigga somewhere in Bangladesh. Him and 700 of his friends in a room. And then we got right here, Black Don't Crack. Rachel Dolezal, the former NAACP who falsely presented herself as a black woman, celebrates her 48th birthday. Now, I don't know if this is an AI picture of her on the right or an older picture, but she damn sure don't look like that. What I will say is, yeah, that being black for a decade, shit got real fast. Bitch lost her job, got sued, got kicked off the NAACP, got food stamps, and even did a OnlyFans. The only thing she ain't did is strip and work the stroll. I'm not gonna say that's what black women do. However, she was down bad. So yeah, people can cosplay being black, but everybody want to be a nigga till they gotta be a nigga, in the words of Paul Mooney. Then we got right here, no, it's too depressing. It says in Louisville, almost every kid being tried as an adult is black. I'm not surprised. That's racist ass Kentucky. Moving along. And we got right here, U.S. grocery prices have hit a record high, with the average family of four now spending $1,030 per month. First of all, if you buying shit in a bag, a box, or even a can, you fucking behind the curve anyways. It shouldn't take no goddamn $1,000 a month to feed people. I'm one grown ass man. I don't spend a fraction of that. I think I spend 10% of that. Then we got right here, a woman asked to host friend's bridal shower at her house, but not invited to the wedding. That's when you got to ask yourself, was you really friends? Then we got right here, former Vice President Kamala Harris advocates for lowering the voting age to 16 in America. Yeah, because too many grown ass people with a working brain was on her ass. You gonna have to ask them to reduce the voting age to 16, because those are the only people that's gonna be enthralled by Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and even Kelly Rowland and shit. We need public policies. You're dealing with grown-ups voting for you, not little ass kids. And then we got right here, it says nursing is no longer counted as a professional degree by Trump administration. Well, considering that the nigga that's the chief commander and whatever, he's not really professional, I don't really think that holds no weight. Not only that, what the hospital's gonna do? Not hire you because you got a nursing degree? I mean, that'd be like not hiring a lawyer with a law degree. You still need lawyers, so you still need doctors. It ain't really gonna move shit. Even though they do be twerking and doing OnlyFans videos in the bathroom showing they big wide asses. So then there's that. Then it says right here, Philadelphia school employee fired after knocking 12-year-old's tooth out after he asked to go to the bathroom. Now this is misleading because I read the article. It wasn't that cut and dry. Little kid did not ask to use the bathroom and he gets socked out. What happened was he asked to use the bathroom and the teacher had to use the bathroom and couldn't because they couldn't take a break. Even though I don't know how that's possible because you get a lunch break, but I digress. However, when he told the kid no, the kid tried to go around him. He grabbed the kid's arm. The kid swung back. That's when he socked the kid. Sounds like self-defense to me. Then we got right here, cheer mom had sex with daughter's 14-year-old classmate learns her fate. Own child begs for the max sentence. Now I read the article subsequently. She got 26 years in prison, as she should. And the daughter, that's some cold-blooded shit. That's probably because she asked her to clean her room and bitch got mad. So now that's one thing about having kids, bro. You got to know your kids, because even if you did some messed up shit, side with the court system, that's a bit extreme. And we got right here, speaking on kids and disobedience and all that jazz. It says a Memphis father says a 17-year-old attacked him after being told to go to bed, resulting in broken ribs and a punctured lung. Now, let me put this out there for every man with a child right now that's under the age of 10. You got to be in shape. Don't be having these kids look like he had kids later in life, because he looked like he about 49, 50 years old. Now, that's relatively young and not old. So if you getting thrashed by your kid, yo, you just couldn't fight as a man. It behoove everybody to hit the gym, stay in shape, and take up a boxing class or something, so your kid don't wreck you like his kid did. He said he asked his kid to go to bed, stop yelling at him, and the kid asked he wanted to fight. He said no, walked out the kitchen down the hallway, and the kid hit him. He said he hit his mama post, his bed post. So right there, he's already a loser nigga that's old as shit with a kid, because he living with his mama. The fight should have took place in his house. He said he hit his mama bedpost, meaning he was getting beat up by his kid in his mama room. I don't know what's more insulting, get beaten up by your kid or being this damn old living with your mama. First of all, you weren't supposed to turn your back. Second of all, if your kid wanted to run the fade, you were supposed to run the fade head up. There wasn't even supposed to be a hesitation. You brought that on yourself. Then we got right here, Canadian lawyer allegedly told client to murder FBI witness to walk free. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying you better call Saul. Then we got right here, a woman waits 20 hours in ER, learns she had a heart attack. Now, it looks like she smoked about 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day, so I'm not surprised. However, that is mistreatment, but now this is what these Trumpers are getting, the treatment. They getting the black treatment. You get treated like a nigga. They put you in the waiting room, didn't even give you a bed, and didn't check on you. You had a heart attack. One has to ask, if a person like this looks like they smoke Marlboro Reds, how you survive that? I got questions. Then it says right here, Atlantic County man caught filming men in restrooms at Planet Fitness and Wawa. Police says. Now Wawa, that's usually in New Jersey and Philadelphia, so this happened in the Northeast. He got a nose ring and looked like an immigrant. Yeah, arrest cuz, book him. And then we got right here, employee unalive millionaire tech CEO over torturous work environment for push-ups, made to do push-ups for paycheck. Now, I did a story or clip, it's either on my YouTube page or YouTube channel or my Instagram page, one of the two. I knew the face looked like a Connor, right? He looked like he was not to be fucked with. He a Gen Z, and I don't know what his build looks like, but he looked like he wasn't doing no damn push-ups for no paycheck. I put in these hours, give him a check. Once again, I'm not going to say he's wrong. I'm not going to say he's right. What I will say is, with the CEOs, I understand. Then right here, I don't know if this is news, fake news, real news, but somebody posted on Twitter. It says that Jay-Z and Lil Wayne have agreed to do a versus. First of all, for all you cock riding little fans, he gonna get stepped on. He had 4 records before he became the Lil Wayne we know. Jigga Man, on the other hand, while he wasn't a premier rapper during the time of Biggie, Tupac, and even DMX, has been known to hold his weight. And let's not even kid ourselves. Ain't no nigga on the volume 1 went gold. Reasonable Doubt went gold. He didn't go platinum until Hard Knock Life volume 2. I will say the only whack album that he actually has, or two, is Kingdom Come and Rock La Familia. But other than that, don't play Jigga. He got dance songs, club songs, hood anthems. He can spit. And most people that say Jay-Z can't rap or don't got no standout songs is either never heard a Jay-Z song or they skimmed through the CDs. Either way, your opinion on hip hop is shit. So we're gonna totally disregard it. On the other hand, Lil Wayne had Lights Out. It was all right. Juvenile was still crushing him. He had the Dedication. It was all right. The Carter One was probably his breakout album. There was another album in between, in lieu of the Dedication and Lights Out, but it escapes me at the present moment. What I will say is, Lil Wayne's hot era was between 2005 and 2010. So he had a 5-year hot streak. Jay-Z's hot streak was from 1998 with Hard Knock Life Volume 2 all the way to about 2003. So that's 10 years. So double the time, more hits, better albums. Better call Papa John's. Then we got right here, business may soon be required to accept cash under the new state proposal. I don't know why the fuck they wasn't, but then that's me. Then we got right here, grandma mauled to death by deer she rescued, but controversy explodes over killer buck. I'm telling you, these white women and these wild animals. White women claim to be scared of a black man, but only people that are fucking pet a pit bull, have a pet raccoon, and even have a wild ass deer in the crib. What I'm trying to figure out is, fuck all that. How does a deer maul you? I've never heard of a deer mauling anybody. This must be the evolution of animals. And then we got right here, New York City daycare Bright Horizon says an employee accidentally put cleaning solution in water pitcher served to kids. No, they didn't. There's no way you could put cleaner accidentally in a pitcher, like indict that person. But they probably was on some FDK shit. Anybody that doesn't know what FDK is, Google it. Then we got right here, this is the premiere thing I wanted to tackle last week, but I was busy. Jules Santana says kids don't really need to learn or read when asked whether reading or math matters more. First of all, we not listening to a drug addict that caught a gun charge because he accidentally left a gun in a luggage. That's first. Second of all, this nigga can barely read a rap contract. Now, I'm not saying Jules is broke, but considering all the shit he wrote in the albums that went platinum and the features with Lil Wayne, he should be sitting on more money. Not listening to anybody that was an artist under Cameron. That's two. Second of all, that's why most rappers in his heyday, got screwed out of millions because they couldn't read a contract. Now, to tell the kids they don't need to read, you know what? I might actually combine this with another story about a white woman that got a corporate job that never knew how to read shit because she grew up on spell check. Anybody listening to this dumb nigga deserve what they get. Reading is fundamental. That means it's fun for your mental. So aside from counting money, you probably should know how to read so that you can read a contract and not get screwed out of millions. However, playing devil's advocate, you don't need to be that smart to make millions, but don't listen to that nigga. And we've got right here, a study finds people who repeatedly post about their workouts on social media are more likely to be dealing with psychological problems. Says a fat person that wrote this article, because like getting healthy or going to the gym is the healthiest shit you can do aside from eating healthy. So yeah, this is a person that eats Totinos and Baron pizzas daily. Then we got right here, a woman who won the lottery twice in one day. I want everybody to look very closely at the face of this person, because in the words of Ice Cube and All About the Benjamins, you either got to be white or Latino to hit the lottery, right? And it says right here, the more sex a couple has, the more money and motivation they tend to have. I don't know how that's true when you got all these dumb po-ass broke people with kids, right? Explain to me how people that have more sex are more motivated to get more money. That makes no sense. Because Steve Jobs, I think, had 1 or 2 kids, maybe 1. I might be overstretching it. Bill and Melinda Gates got 2 kids, and I think they had them in their 40s. Vivica Fox is a millionaire actress, got no kids, so I don't know where this comes from. Maybe they have more sex, but they damn sure ain't procreating. And then we got right here, it says A former news anchor sentenced to 10 years in prison, ordered to pay $64 million in restitution for COVID-19 loan fraud. First of all, I want to know, what business did she have as a news anchor where she could even apply for a PPP loan? Right? Lock this bitch up. Then we got right here more shit on Kevin Spacey. It says Kevin Spacey reveals he's homeless years after SE scandal. I think this is part 2 of the other article I wrote. Then we got right here, 15-year-old boy is unalived after co-workers insert high-pressure hose up his culo in prank gone wrong. First of all, I don't know what kind of prank that was. Second of all, why would you let somebody put a hose up in your rectum? And 2, I got mad questions, but I digress. Condolences to him. Then it says right here, the creator of Super Mario, Kazuki Maruyama, has sadly passed away. Rest in peace to him. Well, considering Mario Brothers came out in 1983, and that's 42 years ago, and he probably was 20, 30, like, yeah, he's old. That's what happened when you get old. You die. Then we got right here, an Italian man kept his mother's death a secret for 3 years so he can continue collecting her pension. He was caught only after her ID expired, and he went to the registry office dressed as her to try to renew it. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Had I been in the office, he probably would have succeeded. But they got his ass because he ain't Miss Doubtfire. It probably was his deep ass voice that gave him away. Then we got right here, North Carolina woman found DIE after dog she was caring for turned on her. Now this is for all you white women out here. Stop thinking that dogs are harmless. And a white woman tell me, "Oh, my dog doesn't bite." It doesn't. It rips your ass off. And this is why you should not be just willy-nilly taking care of animals, right? I don't know where she got the animal from. It probably was a stray dog. It probably was her dog. Who knows, right? I tell people all the time, especially clear folks, man, they be talking about my dog doesn't bite. You don't know that. Everybody likes to think that, especially pit bulls and Doberman pinschers. Doberman pinschers are domesticated. However, they always have the tendency to snap. Pit bulls by nature are wild animals. You can't domesticate them. Domesticating a pit bull is like domesticating a zebra. Yeah, you can tame it, but there's always that chance of them ripping your face off. Then we got right here, it says a new study says raccoons are getting more friendly and could be evolving into house pets. Don't believe this. This is AI generated, and somebody was probably 17 years old that made this shit. I don't even think this is a real article. I think somebody made a fake post, open a blog site up, and just start typing. Just like that white woman that got attacked by a dog. Raccoons have been known to eat your ass. Do not think that it's sweet. Not only that, you don't want to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, these motherfuckers rummaging through wrappers in your garbage can. Like, why would you do that? There's a reason they look like they look. They got fingers and they look like rodents. They stay outside, not in the crib. Then we got right here, it says Atlanta man has gone viral after showing up to court wearing a tie shaped like a Draco. Somebody said in the comments, how long did he get? Somebody said 2 years. Should have got 10. That's a damn crime right there in itself. You go in a courtroom with a Draco, you really want to go to prison. Like there was no fucks to give. And it says right here, research suggests that semen acts as a natural antidepressant. I could have told you that. Women, if you're ever going through something, or fellas, better yet, if your girl's nagging you on your nerves, give her a dose of D. And we got right here, speaking on dose of D, Jamal Hinton and Wanda Dench gear up for another 10th Thanksgiving anniversary. Now they claim that it's a family relationship and she's like a maternal grandmother. This nigga looked like he grew up in the hood. She looked like she got a good rack for 60 something years old. All I'm going to say, he smashed that. We can get that the fuck out the way. You ain't going to have Thanksgiving with a white woman that you met accidentally over the phone if you not crushing her cookies. Either that, she got some wild neck. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Then we got right here, man ends his wife's life after she posts this video. Now I'm not gonna play the video, and I was gonna do a video of it. I kind of don't want to though. I probably will, but yeah, look at Brad in the pictures. Bro look like Captain America. His wife left him. I seen the video. She was talking about how she's gonna buy a new house, and you know what I'm saying, she's gonna have a new beginning. Well, according to Brad, them shits ain't coming true. If you leave me, you got to go. Let me just put this out as PSA, all you young women out here that's considering thinking about getting married, don't do it to yourself. People are treating nowadays like dating is some long-term, or some marriage is long-term dating. No, it says death do you part. You gotta ask yourself, how do you want to depart? You can do like this woman, or you can do it for the long haul. But stop jumping in the pool thinking that you're going to get out and meet another person. My man looked like he every bit of 52. He ain't got that many more years in front of him. Hey, we not playing this game. If you was with me since you was 25 and now you 45 and I'm 52, we doing this till we 65, 70, 80, or whoever kicks the bucket first. What we not doing is having kids going to all these goddamn recitals, me feeding you, you staying home talking shit about me, possibly in that course of time cheating, and then think you're going to get a get out of jail free card. No, this is for the long haul. Then right here it says, speaking on long haul, it says preacher turned adult star Michael Hurd reportedly dead at 53. There's so many things wrong with this goddamn news clipping. Only thing I can say is I don't give a fuck. I don't like the church. Most pastors are scumbags, and if he did OnlyFans, he's with Jesus now. That's what you get. I'm tired of these flip-flopping degenerates being pastors, misleading the damn herd. That's why the church ain't shit, and there's too many homeless people, because the state ain't trying to help them, and the church sitting back idly getting tax exemption while they not doing shit. It should be more homeless shelters and programs that are done by the church that help these people get off the streets, or at the very least get out the cold. When did that go out of style? And we got right here, it says President of Burkina Faso reportedly turned down the marriage proposal from sister of the Prince of Dubai, who confessed that he fell in love with him after watching his speeches online. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if this is a typo. I mean, she fell in love with him. Because that damn sure don't look like a man, but I don't know. And they don't condone trans women over in Dubai, so long story short, he said no, because he loved his wife. Fuck out of here. I don't want no fucking Middle Eastern wife. And we got right here, speaking on wives, California man found guilty after unaliving his estranged wife, then digging up and doing necrophilia with her corpse. I don't know if this nigga is black, and we not claiming him. He could be Arab or some shit. All the thing I'm gonna say on that is, once again, like the previous guy, death do you part. They chose to part. They just wasn't having it. Then we got my man right here, Namibian politician Adolf Hitler, Nona, is set for re-election. He says his father probably had no idea about the Nazi leader's significance when he named him. He also makes it clear that he holds no connection or belief to anything associated with that history. Now, I'm going to go out here on a limb and say his dad is full of shit. Looking at this man, he looks like he's anywhere between 40 and 49, meaning his dad had him in the 70s, meaning his dad was born in the 30s, meaning he probably didn't know nothing about Hitler. Hitler's reign was between, when he was doing all that concentration shit, was 1930 to 1945. So maybe he didn't know. But I mean, after the fact, there are books that he could have read. You think about 30, 40 years later, and he had this nigga, he could have read a book or two about Hitler. It was probably still the hubbub, right? The first 30 years after the Holocaust. So he a lying motherfucker. Either way it goes, them people in Africa don't be knowing shit about European history. So then there's that. Then we got right here, it says delete one, mom, $500 million or Jesus. Now I went in the comment section, it was a bunch of brain dead niggas talking about I love my mom and Jesus, so I guess I'm gonna be poor. Let me just be the first or one of the few black people that go out here and say, if you pass up $500 million for an invisible person in the sky that sat back idly and watched slavery, even during his day, he said to obey your slave master, and you choose him and your mama, your ass deserved to be broke. I went through the comment section and I was trolling. Now my choice was 1 and 2, naturally, right? 1, I love my mama. 2, $500 million. We getting this money by hook or crook. Get rich or die trying. Niggas always want to talk about changing or fixing the black community. You ain't gonna do it broke, and that's the problem with most black folks, that they want to choose Jesus. And going back to the church thing, right? The pastor that was a porn OnlyFans actor. We see how that's working out. You mean to tell me you stop having a church where most churches, they on average collect $150,000 to $350,000 a year annually to do OnlyFans? Now I don't know if he was making a lot of bread or he was doing jerk shows or feats and souls. I don't know. I know damn sure it wasn't better than church money. We cut the bullshit. Then it says right here, leaked Hillary Clinton email revealed that NATO invaded Libya to stop Gaddafi's formation of the United States of Africa and to prevent a gold currency. I'm not even going to get into this. This will probably be another story that I do at a later date, but I'm just going to say I knew this shit. And then right here, I should have done this with the other story, but it says Texas college student 23 unalived by pit bulls. She was dog sitting. Once again, what I say, they're pit bulls. They're not men's best friends and they're wild animals. And she's black. She know better. So I mean, it might sound messed up. I'm not even going to give my true opinion on what I think. The only thing I will say is you brought it on yourself. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.